Happy video day, guys. So for today's video, we're going to be doing a first impression on a brand new release, and with all of the drama that's been going on around YouTube with some new releases, I am so happy to finally be talking about something that is different from lipstick. I am super excited to be trying out this palette for you guys because when I received this one in the mail, I was like, oh my god, this is really honestly so beautiful. So the palette that I am talking about, guys, is this one right here from Dominique Cosmetics, and this is her Rustic Glam palette. This is the new palette that just released from her line. If you guys don't know, Dominique Cosmetics is owned by Christine Dominique here on YouTube. I'm really excited for this launch. I feel like this is her third eyeshadow palette launch in her collection. She's come out with some really beautiful collections in the past, and I was super excited to finally pick up my first Dominique Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys all about this palette. I'm going to be showing you guys a demo. I'm going to be showing you swatches, and then at the end, I'm going to tell you guys what I'm thinking. But before I get into all of that, guys, if you guys are new to my channel, quick introduction, I'm Christina Brooke. This is the Glam Ranch. So what we do on this channel is I talk about a lot of makeup here from my little ranch. So if you guys do like this channel, please don't forget, hit that subscribe button so you find me again. And let's go ahead and get right into this palette. Alright guys, so let's start off with the first thing. Like always, what is it that you're paying for? What do you get? What does it look like? So when you do get this palette, it's actually a really beautiful color. It's in this beautiful blue container. It does say Dominique Cosmetics really sleekly across the front in her same DC kind of logo that she always has. And then once you pull off this little carton, you do get her pretty palette. Her palette is actually, it kind of looks very beachy to me. Like that's kind of like the vibe I get. I think she was going for like boho. I did watch her video when she was launching this. I think she said that this was like a boho inspired collection. I'm pretty sure that's what she said. And it says Rustic Glam on it, rose gold color. Love rose gold, is one of my favorite colors ever. And it does have this blue and white gradient front. It's a really pretty packaging. This is one of those cardboard packagings that you do see a lot in palettes. The packaging itself, it looks nice. It is not the most upscale looking packaging, but it is a pretty packaging. It does feel pretty sturdy in the hands. So once you open up this palette, you get these beautiful shades. Now, an interesting thing about the Dominique Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes is this is a very long palette. So you guys can see how long this palette really is. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. This is the Dominique Cosmetics palette. So you guys can see the length is pretty much bigger than this palette. Width is a little bit larger, but really what you're getting a lot more of is length in this product. It is a pretty long palette. Now, I thought that that was gonna bother me a little bit. I was like, ooh, it looks like it's so long, but actually it's kind of slim and it doesn't feel that uncomfortable of a palette. When you're holding it, it actually doesn't feel that uncomfortable in your hands either. You are getting pretty nice sized pan sizes inside of this palette, so when you do open it up, you see that the pans in here are actually pretty large. So even if you like compare it to the Too Faced one, you can kind of see how big these pans are. The pans in this palette are very large. So it is actually a really pretty layout, and I love these colors, guys. If you guys just look at this palette for a little bit, the colors in here are so beautiful. It really did speak to me when I saw it. I was like, this is really pretty. It's different, but it's not too out there. It's kind of very wearable. It has really cool little sections in it. If you guys kind of look, these colors right here would work really nice together. We've got these colors that would look nice together. You got these colors that would look nice together. I like the sectioning that it has, but I also love that you can jump into some of these colors with this color. I feel like the cohesiveness of this palette is really good without being boring. It has a lot of really cool colors in here, and I was super interested in it. Inside of this palette, you are getting 7 mattes, and you're also getting 5 like shimmery shades. Now, the shimmery shades are interesting because some of them actually have glitter in them. Like for example, Moon Cloud right here, this one has predominantly blue glitters in it. Then Dreamcatcher, you do see those like also kind of like a blue glitter inside of it. Gypsy also has like kind of like a shift of a glitter in it, but it's less than these two. And then this one is more kind of like a metallic as well as this one, but there is like kind of 3 kind of glittery shadows in here, but they're actually pretty interesting, which we will talk about. But for the most part, the packaging is really cool. The mirror is cute, and I think what she was trying to do is kind of give like that boho, kind of like symbolizing maybe like a crystal, you know, to go with this whole boho theme. I get it. I would rather just a standard mirror, but that is okay. It's not doing anything. The size is fine. You can still see yourself perfectly fine. I just like for the whole top of a palette to just be a huge mirror. just my preference. But for the most part, everything is really pretty. The layout is really nice. The packaging is good and I do like it. So definitely packaging was very, very nice. So it does retail for $44 US, which I think is a pretty decent price for what you're getting. So in her description on her website, she is saying that this palette can accomplish more subtle looks, but you can also go for really dramatic looks. And I do think that that is a really accurate statement. I was playing with the palette today. I shot this video under normal light so you guys can see how these glitters really show up. You can't see the glitters on the studio light, so I am going to insert this so you guys can see. But this palette is so mesmerizingly beautiful when you see it in person. And there is a lot of colors in here that I just cannot wait to use. So for the look that I did today, in order to play with this palette, to kind of give you guys, what am I thinking of this palette just playing with it today, I did use a few colors in here. And the first one I jumped into is Free Spirit. This is a matte color. On my lids, this looks like my skin tone. You can't really see too much. It is a little lighter than my skin tone, but at the same time on the lids, it kind of like washes out. So for me, this is just kind of like a base color. Would I have liked it to be a little bit more white? I prefer for myself, like if this one would have been a tad bit whiter. It does go really good with the sequins, the beige color that it is right here, but I would prefer just a tad bit lighter, just so it would appear like a different color for me, not just a base color. That's just my personal preference, and of course it's all going to depend on your skin tone, but the color worked really nice. It did blend really good on the eyes, and yeah, decided to move on to the next one. So I did grab this color Cactus. Now, honestly, out of this whole palette, I was looking at this region right here, and I was just like really mesmerized by the green, and I was like, I really want to use that green. So I used Cactus and kind of blended it into the outer edge. I like this color a lot. It is not a super dark green, but it is not a dull green. It's a very pretty green, almost shifting into blue. And I love the way it performed on the outer edge. I didn't feel like it was patchy. I felt like it went out really good. I feel like the color, the saturation was really good. I feel like it blended really nice, and it gave me a punch, which I was really hoping for. I have used greens in the past. They don't give you that punch that you really want with a green, especially when it's like this kind of color. You want it to really pop out so that you can use it to dramatize the eye, and I feel like this one did do that. So I was super excited with that color. And then instead of just going for like, I don't know, I would have either gone with the orange or maybe even like the pink, but I decided I want to try something a little different. I did see that the green had a little bit of a shift of a blue in it, like that's just like what I was seeing. So I decided to grab Evil Eye. This color was really sticking out to me as well. I did blend Evil Eye into the Cactus color, and I feel like this Evil Eye color is extremely pigmented. It went on the lid really easily, and I feel like it kept the color. I was blending it, it faded a little bit, but it kept a pretty nice saturation of color for being this type of color. It blended really nice into the other one, and I was actually pretty impressed. I just decided to put it all over the rest of the lid just because I like the color so much that I just said, forget it, I'm putting you all over the place. And I have to say, for being this kind of neonish blue, I like the way it performs on the eyes. It wasn't like unwearable. It wasn't like verging on clownish blue. It wasn't like that. It kind of blends really nice into the eye. I mean, you guys can see blended with the green how pretty the final look kind of came out. So this color was very pretty. I actually really love it. I'm actually dying to mix these two colors together. I think that's going to be a beautiful look as well, and I'm going to do that in the future. But then finally I was like, okay, I definitely want to play with one of these shimmers. Honestly, was dying to touch this one, but for this eye look, I jumped into this color. This is a very interesting color because it's a gold, but it has like green in it. It's a beautiful color. So I did put it on with my finger, and I just kind of wanted to do like a spotlight eye. So I put it on the center of the lid. I feel like with your finger, you do get a pretty decent color, but it wasn't performing like amazing, especially because I'm putting it over shadows. I'm not like literally putting it onto my eye. I was putting it over a shadow. So what I had to do was I kind of went into this, then I sprayed my finger with Fix Plus and put it on, and I feel like that was really how I got like a nice spotlight with this color. This color is beautiful. The color is silky. It feels really nice. Even if you put them on your fingers, they feel high quality metallic, and it blended really beautifully. I did get a fluffy brush, went into it again, and kind of just blended out the edges so that everything kind of like blended into each other. And I think it blended beautifully, and I love this color. I mean, look at the spotlight it gave me. It gave me a beautiful spotlight with a wet finger. I definitely think that's probably the best way to put it on. You could wet a brush and try it as well, but for me, I think like sometimes with these type of metallics, fingers always work the best, so that's what I did today. In the future, I will try it again with a wet brush and see how it works, but I did like it with a wet finger. It looks really, really beautiful. And then finally for the lower lash line, I just went into Evil Eye and just kind of blended it into the lower lash line just pretty quickly. Then I wanted to play with this color just because it's so beautiful. Like, you guys can't even see this on camera. That's why I'm gonna have to show like a little like segment from my phone, because this color has, like, it looks like the galaxy. It's like black and it has these beautiful blue speckles in it that it just looks like the night sky. It's really gorgeous. I grabbed this, I kind of like tabbed this color into my lower lash line. I did see a few of the blue speckles on, but I'm dying to just put this entire thing all over my lid and see how it performs. I also use this kind of like an eyeliner on the top of the lid as well. I feel like this color is very pigmented. It's not 100% of like a black because it has like those blue speckles in it, and it looked really pretty. So like I said, I want to put this all over my lid and do like a super dramatic look. So I'm like, there's so many colors in here I'm eyeing. I'm also eyeing this one. I'm eyeing this one. I feel like this one, and this orange are going to be insane together. There's a lot of looks that I'm seeing with this palette and I'm dying to do. But I put on some mascara, and guys, I love the final look. Like, I really love the final look. I have to say that I feel like this palette performs beautifully. I think that these colors really did a very good job, the ones that I used. I did use two colors that I felt like could be problematic colors, which is the green and the blue, just for this purpose of doing a first impression. Greens and blues sometimes can give you a hard time. This one works so good. I am really excited for this palette, guys. I feel like this palette needs to get a lot more talk because I do think it's absolutely stunning. There is a lot of looks you can do with this. I feel like if you are not somebody who loves color, but you want to dabble in color, this is the type of palette you should get because you can do a lot of looks. Like I said, you can go into the pinks and the orange and do like a pinky orange look. You can also go down to a more dull look, but with the blue and make a little bit of a pop in there. You also can do subtle looks if you guys don't really want to use too much color all the time. This orange and the browns and the gold and also this color here, they're all very subtle colors that will give you a beautiful look, but it won't be in your face. And then when you feel a little comfortable with a little bit of color, you can always add some of these pops into the outer edge just to give a little dab of something, or you can use them on the lower lash line. I think that this palette is beautiful. I really honestly love it. I'm so excited to continue to use this, and I feel like it worked beautifully. I'm gonna go ahead and include some swatches for you guys so you guys can see all the colors in here, so you guys can decide for yourselves if these are the type of colors that you guys think that you guys would use. But I will tell you, they are absolutely stunning. I am so happy to own this palette. I cannot wait to use more colors. And yeah, this is a beautiful palette, guys. It is available right now at Sephora. She is sold at Sephora. She also has this up on her website. I purchased it from Sephora. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I'm honestly gonna say that this palette is creative, it's versatile, it's wearable, and I love it. I think it's beautiful. So I highly recommend that if you guys are looking at colors like this might be a palette you should try out. Even though the name is not a huge name in makeup yet, I do think that this is definitely worth a try. So anyways, guys, I really hope that this video helped you guys out a lot. And if you guys do like this video, don't forget to like it, because that will allow YouTube to suggest this video to like other people so other people can get to see this video as well. But anyways, if you like me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give those thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.